All right, it's that time of year, Halloween time, huh? Many people are going out trick-or-treating and all that kind of good stuff. Thought I'd do a video on some fragrances that are perfect for that season. So if you're looking for some fragrances with some spice and some ones that are perfect for the autumn time, stay tuned. All right, y'all, this is Marvin with Incense, back at you with another video, going over some good fall fragrances that have some spice to it, and ones that you usually wear around the Halloween time. I'm not into Halloween at all, actually, but for all of you who are, or who are just looking for some fragrance just to wear around that time of year, well, then I got some for you. So let's see here. Let's start off with this one right here, and this is Chopard. This is Black Incense, Malaki, and this right here, you're gonna find a theme here. I think just about all these, they're dark. They're gonna be a lot of spices and smokiness, and that's the kind of fragrances that we're talking about. So this fragrance right here, one that you very affordable, usually it's in that $50-$60 range, if not cheaper, but this one has a lot of leather nuances. I usually typically don't wear the leather fragrances till you get into the winter, but this one is definitely does have a lot of leather in it, and it's very smoky, very dark, a lot of resins. There's some resins and oud in here, some woods, but man, just like the bottle, this black bottle with the gold cap here. This is a dark fragrance. It could be a little, if you want something that's really a lot masculine, just kind of a strong, smoky type of fragrance. This one is the one to get your nose on it. It's solid fragrance. It definitely lasts a good amount of time. I wouldn't overspray it. And so if that's your kind of thing, get your nose on it. Not one of my favorite ones, one I don't wear very often, but I can appreciate what's going on in this fragrance. So get your nose on that one. Okay, so next one on here, and this one I think I have, this is one of the Hugo Boss fragrances, and this is the Scent Elixir. You gotta look at these really closely because all the names are so similar, and I have several of these, and there's the Elixir and the Scent Elixir, and there's just all these names that are just like one word different. But this fragrance right here, and I think it's nice that this one is kind of in that affordable range. These designer fragrances between $90 to $110 that you could find these. This right here is a lot of spice to it, but you can see that red hue to it. And this has red pepper in here, and that red pepper is kind of like allspice. So if you ever had anyone make a, apple pie, people usually use cinnamon and nutmeg, but some people put the allspice seasoning in there, and that's the kind of vibe this puts you in. It has a lavender accord in here, which gives a nice, clean, fresh spiciness to this as well. And then in the dry down, you're going to get the sandalwood. Very simple, straightforward in terms of the notes. The sandalwood is that rich, woody, creamy vibe to it. And there you go. You got it right there. The Scent Elixir. Solid fragrance. Easy to wear. Boom, boom. Going to kind of any place, any time type of, for the fall season that is. And it's solid fragrance. So get your nose on that. Everything's solid. Lasts you about 6-7 hours. Projection, maybe an arm's length. Not further than that. Not much of a scent trail for me, but just solid all around. That's the kind of fragrance you have. Okay, so next one on the list here is going to be Beast Mode. This is Mancera's Red Tobacco. Look at that beautiful red juice right there. And this right here is Beast Mode, man. You don't overspray it. I'm telling you, this is what I call a red beast. And this thing is all about that. It has, it's going to open up with the nice cinnamon, like that, just that strong cinnamon incense, You're going to get the saffron, so the nice leathery nuances in the background. And then you're going to get the more spices with the nutmeg. You're going to get a little bit of a red apple, yeah, that red apple almost reminds you of those, if you all, grew up with your grandparents or around seniors, and they used to have some of the candies, some had the peppermint, and then sometimes they had those little red spicy candies, maybe it was just my grandmother. But man, this reminds you of that red spicy. I don't know what it was called, but maybe it'll pop up if I find it. But that's the kind of vibe it'll put you in. And then there's some tobacco in here, so it has that. There's some, this has some heft to it. And then it smooths out with a little bit of vanilla and some sandalwood to kind of smooth it out. But man, 10 hours. This is gonna project. This will leave a trail. This does everything you want and more. Get your nose on it. You could get this one in that $70, $80, $90 range. Shouldn't have to pay more than that. Get your nose on it. Then the next one on this one I featured not too long ago, and this is Tom Ford's Tobacco Oud. This right here is one you probably want to sample. It has a whiskey accord in there, and it has nice spices. You're gonna get the incense and some cinnamon, but man, it's the tobacco. It is a tobacco and oud, so a little bit of a funk, a little dirtiness to this one, in the good way, whatever that might mean. And you're gonna get some nice benzoin. So you're gonna get, man, if you talk about the dry down, I got a compliment. I got 2 compliments from my wife on this one. It's like, oh, okay, it smells pretty good. Okay. And 2 or 3 hours later, she was like, oh, what is that? I was like, oh, it's the same thing. So it takes you on a journey. Got compliments from the wife, and she don't compliment me all the time. So has that, what is that? Has some vanilla and stuff and woods as it dries down. Good fragrance. Usually it's in that 180 to 225, depending on, sometime it'll be, I think last I saw it was around 225. So, but it's a solid fragrance. Used to be hard to find, not as hard now. Get your nose on it. It projects, it lasts, it takes you on a journey. So you're good on that one. Next one on the list here, special fragrance, right? This right here is Habit Rouge Prive. This right here by Guerlain, this is a classy, luxurious, sophisticated type of fragrance, right? This fragrance right here opens up with the freshness from the bergamot, with a little spice though from the ginger. And then you get into the mids, you're gonna get a nice iris, not so much a lipsticky type of iris, but just that iris mixed with an orange blossom, a wonderful combo. And then a lot of leather, so you're gonna get these leather nuances from this one. It's kind of a, going out, night out on the town. A lot of these fragrances, you're wearing a leather jacket. It's you kind of dressed up on this one. You definitely want to dress this one up. You just look sophisticated. There's some patchouli in here. Some vanilla as well, but definitely a lot of leather nuances to it, but you're definitely going to sweeten it up with the orange blossom in here. This is very complex type of fragrance right here. Special fragrance. I think it's in that $150 range, but I'll leave a link. Get your nose on it. It lasts. You're going to get 7-8 hours. I don't know about a century. I don't remember that one, but it definitely will project off your skin. Get your nose on it. Okay, next one on the list here is a few more. This one here I don't feature too much, and then people don't talk about much. Is Clive Christian X. This is a very challenging fragrance. This is challenging type of fragrance. It has a rhubarb accord in the opening. That's a sweet and spicy vibe. It has a pineapple and bergamot, but man, it's like that pineapple that's been baked in the oven, maybe with the baked ham, but you put a whole bunch of nutmeg and some spices on there. That kind of a that kind of a pineapple vibe, you know. And then it's gonna have some iris and there's some paprika in here, so a lot of spices in. There's some vetiver and some woods. There's a darkness to this fragrance, and it has a dry. It's a dry fragrance, and there's some woods to it. Now you're saying, well, why would I want to wear it? Be honest with you, I haven't worn this in a while, but when I wore it, I got compliments, and I did not enjoy the fragrance that much, but everyone around me enjoyed it. So it's one of those fragrances. It's kind of challenging, and I don't wear it much, but when I do, I've gotten compliments. So get your nose on it if you want to give it. Sample this one though. Sample. It runs you in that 170, 180 type of range, I believe, maybe upwards of $200. Last I checked. Next one on the list here is going to be Labyrinth of Spices. This right here, this is one of those ones that has a spice and darkness to it, but it might fool you, right? You think look at it. It looks, yeah, you can wear this in the spring if you want to, but it has a lot of spices in there, and there's a rose in here. There's some florals in this fragrance as well, but you're gonna get a lot of the clove and nutmeg and cinnamon and all kinds of spices in this one. It is just a bucket full of spice, man. It's probably more spices in this than any of my fragrances that I have. Usually in that $200 range, but I haven't seen it cheaper, but maybe it is. I'll have to look. You got to go easy on this one. One spray goes a long way. I'll just say it that way. And last but not least here is by Initio, and this is Blessed Baraka. Blessed Baraka is one of them, oh man, slept on. Man, sandalwood. This one is one of those ones, it might be kind of, have a lot of spices to it, but it's a sweet spice, right? You're going to get the cinnamon and some of the, almost gives you a boozy feel, even though I wouldn't call it boozy fragrances. Kind of a combo of a little bit of the cherry nuances and some Grand Soir amber and some latent apple type of vibe, even though those notes aren't listed. It's a good fragrance. One of my favorite. I love to wear it this time of year. Get your nose on it. I'll leave a link. That's all I got. Some fragrances to wear in the fall around this late October, early November time frame. They're dark. They have spices to it, but man, they just work. So hope you all enjoyed this. Like and subscribe if you're enjoying these videos. This is Marvin with Preaching Sense. Catch you all in the next video.